are back with another episode of Drip Music X. I just now noticed Real Stash's shirt he has on tonight. I assume you're doing really well if you're wearing a shirt like that live on the internet.
Hell yeah, I am.
How are you doing up there, Fresh?
I don't really know. I'll be honest with you. I was good.
Fresh, you're muted.
Now, I don't really know.
You screwed it up. Run the intro again.
I'm not
You
muted.
done messed everything. You're still muted. How is
I'm
that?
not
muted?
muted.
I hear him. I hear him.
Oh, I don't hear.
I'm
him.
not muted.
I only hear you. Oh no,
That's weird.
It's very weird.
You and your shitty internet and shitty setup
What's going
fucked
on?
everything up.
Anyway,
I don't know how I am.
well, yeah, Fresh. You say some things. Wait, go ahead. I think I got you. All right, perfect.
What happened? And now he's gone.
He's gonna jump back in, I'm guessing.
Well, I guess I'm going to do the intro. Or no, you know what? You do the intro, Stash.
All right. Well, tonight my shirt says it all. I love ass. Artikal sound system, and tonight we have the founding member, maybe one of the founding members, or the founding member, and the lead guitarist Chris Montague, and we welcome him to Drip Music X.
Welcome, Chris.
What
What's
up?
happening, Chris?
How's it going?
It's going
Great, bro.
good.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Thank you for getting me the shirt on time.
thanks for ordering your shirt. I love shipping merch. If you know anything about me, it's my favorite thing to do. I'm a big postal USPS fan.
I had a hat. I don't know what happened to my hat. The hat's gone. I have your Christmas album. I have the Florida album. I do not have the new album yet. But I will be getting it.
Well, that's awesome, and I'm not joking. I really love. I'm a mega fanboy for the U.S. Postal Service, and I ship all of the band's merch.
Nice.
My 10-year-old daughter looked at me with this shirt on when I put it on, and her jaw dropped to the floor.
Yeah, it's it's funny. That shirt is just the most. We kind of like fought it off for a little while, early on, and then one day we were like, whatever, let's make this shirt because we had this idea. I'll never forget. You ever been to Captain Hiram's up in wherever the hell that is? It's up in like Stewart, maybe somewhere.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Captain Hiram's, and that was the first day we ever had the I Heart Ass shirt. And our manager at the time was like running our merch table. I'll never forget. We were playing. He's like, "We sold 40 of them." He was like freaking out. And it's just like a shirt that like we sell. Like our like hardcore fans like all have that shirt. And then it's a shirt that like if we're playing some sort of like weird like I don't know, like a ski resort or a fair or something, like somebody who doesn't care about our band and never has seen us and they're just like, that's funny, and they buy that shirt. So it's like, anyway, it's like absolutely classic shirt for us. Unbelievable.
Right.
Yeah, it's great marketing. Fantastic.
It's
marketing.
nuts to wear. I have one, and one day I threw it on. I have like an oversized one that's like comfortable, and I was like walking the dog down the street or something. And I got to the corner of the neighborhood and I was like, oh my God, like I'm outside in the I Love Ash shirt, like hit me, like cars are going by. And I was like, oh. And then I was like, this is crazy. People wear this to our show. And like, anyway, it's a great shirt. I love it.
Has anybody posted wearing it to a funeral or anything weird like that? Something real crazy?
If anybody's done anything weird. I don't know. I don't know. We have a funny fan base. They definitely, I don't know. Anyway,
Real Stash is part of your fan base. They're definitely some characters, that's for sure.
I appreciate that. That's awesome.
And not many bands have like theme nights, like with the Cowboys and Aliens, where people dress up as cowboys and aliens for the show. They don't.
That's incredible.
Many places, and you do different themes at different shows at different times. Yes.
Yeah, we like to. We don't do it all the time, but we try to. I think a theme. Anytime you do a tour and I guess you guys are talking to bands and stuff all the time, but for us, I think a theme is a really good way to just kind of like get everybody fired up. Oh, you have to have a good theme. You can't just, But yeah, Cowboys and Aliens went over really well. That was a really good one because it was like a dual dress up opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
we thought it'd be something.
Cowboys and cowgirls, and it was good.
Yeah, and aliens and everybody. It was good. That was a really good run. I really enjoyed that.
Was there anybody who dressed up as an alien cowboy or cowgirl?
I think so, but there was mostly like a lot of there's just people dressed as aliens and people dressed as cowboys. But it was, I don't know. It was that was a good run. I really enjoyed that theme. Was it the last theme we just did was the most unhinged we've ever done, which was the Bret Michaels themed Reggae Rock of Love tour.
That's a great theme.
It was honestly really I don't think it really I think that a couple things happened with it, but basically like our singer for like 2 tours, Logan was like obsessed with you remember the show Rock of Love? You guys remember that thing?
Yep.
Bret
And we were
Michaels.
like watching it on the RV, and it's like you look back on that time period in like TV and VH1, and it's like really wild. It's nuts. It's like really trash and crazy. And so we were like, let's do this whole tour. And I think that maybe we have sort of a niche humor. And I think for our fans that knew us and understood it, it was like really wild and fun, and everybody dressed up. And then like, I think the broader public was like, what the hell are these people doing? This is insane. But we got to go, if you can imagine, the coolest part is we got to go to the oh my god, why am I blanking right now on that? What's the clothing? Affliction. We got to go to the Affliction warehouse, and they gave us all clothes for the tour, and we got to do this like photo shoot, and we got all this like wild Affliction clothes that I would like never wear on a normal basis. No shade towards Affliction. The stuff is like awesome, but it was like just wild. So we really did live a Bret Michaels life for 4 days in Florida.
Now,
That's amazing.
is Florida, is that where y'all from originated, or are you?
Yeah, we're not all from Florida, but that's where our band started. You know, we all live. Well, our lead singer now lives out in California, but we live all pretty much in Delray, Boynton Beach area.
So, which one of you is the originally from Florida who tried to rob the restaurant with the alligator? Which one? Which one of you Florida guys did that?
It's not far off, but the only actual the real Floridian in our band is our singer Logan. She's from Delray.
Is it? And that's the craziest person in the band, ain't it?
Yeah, the singer's always
Yeah, exactly.
she's wonderful though, but we're all crazy in our own way. But no, we're not. I was born in Maryland. Our bass player's from Ecuador, keyboard players from Connecticut, drummers from New York.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Logan's from Florida. You know.
And now you live in Florida.
Yeah. I'm in Boynton Beach, and pretty much all of us are in Boynton, Delray.
Except for
Logan lives out in Glendale, California now. She moved maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Does being in Florida influence the music at all?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how deep any of you guys are in the reggae scene. Obviously, I think Real Stash maybe is deeper in it, but there's an American reggae music scene that I think kind of has. I'll lump it into 3 places. There's kind of like California, there's the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast, and then Florida on the East Coast sort of has its own sound, a little different than the Mid-Atlantic Northeast stuff.
Okay.
And being from Florida does influence it, especially from Southeast Florida and the East Coast in general. I think we're influenced a little bit more with like Caribbean reggae music than maybe California reggae.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and not a negative. You know, it's all chill. It's just very different. But you know, well, Real Staff probably knows just as like what I'm talking about. You know, we got the East Coast bands.
Mm-hmm. How is the music community in Florida, like with Cashed Out, you get the Supervillains. There's so many other bands that are from this area. You guys all kind of friends, or is there?
Oh yeah. Cashed Out's sort of part of our origin story. You know, if you go. Well, this whole thing, just so you guys know, because you gave me the big intro, and there's like a bio that exists online that always talks about myself and Fabian as founding members. And what's going on is we were in a band in South Florida here called Stampede Movement. That band broke up. we made a new band, and we were a bar band. And for a long time, we had different singers that were mostly Caribbean. And at the time we got the band name, our singer was from Trinidad and Tobago. So was our drummer. And so they had the idea for this band named Artikal Sound System, or Artikal, which is like patois word for the best. And so anyways, through grinding in the bars with all these different singers, eventually we met our singer Logan. And it was the first time we had a sort of an American singer and not like a Jamaican or a person from Trinidad or wherever. And that got us into the American reggae scene. But one of the very first things that happened once we kind of, I guess our first opportunity was, do you know Josh Heinrichs?
Mm-hmm.
So Josh Heinrichs,
that dude smokes more weed than anybody I know, other than maybe Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson, but he might be right up there with him.
Yeah, it's wild. I produced a record for him, and we did a bunch of work in the studio here. And like, I'm not like a dab guy, but they smoke so much dabs that like,
Oh Lord.
and we were smoking so much weed that like, by the time it was like halfway through, I had to join the dab train just to like feel something. But yeah. But anyways, he hired our band as a backing band, and he's amazing, wonderful person, like amazing. And he hired our band to be his backing band for a tour through Florida. And I said to him, "Hey man, would you let us kick your set off with our singer?" And honestly, unbelievable thing. I don't know how deep any of you guys are in this stuff, but like to be on a headlining tour and be like, I'll let the backing band bring their singer up and start my set with 2 songs. So he essentially allowed us to be his opening band and his backing band, which also put our opening band in the headline slot of these things we were doing. And so we went around Florida, and it was the first time that like that scene kind of saw us. And on that run, we ran into the manager of Cashed Out. And we ended up at a place at the time that was around. It was kind of a place bands could go and stay called Orlando Band Camp. And I'll never forget, I woke up and Greg Shields was from Cashed Out. He's the singer of Cashed Out. And he walks into the living room. He lived there at the time. And he's like, my manager, Moore, said I should meet you guys. And he just gave us a bunch of advice. And we've been friends ever since. I love Cashed Out, the Super Villains. We play with them a million times. And all the Florida bands are great.
Is that how you got on, is it Law Records?
We've never been on Law Records.
No, you're not on Law Records.
No, we're on we've got records on a couple different places, but we're on Silverback Management, which is Controlled Substance Sound Labs. So that's, if you know anything about that stuff, it's kind of that world. There's really only 3, other than independent record labels, there's honestly only 3 American record labels of any, maybe 4, I should say 4. There's like Law Records, Controlled Substance Sound Labs, Ineffable, and Easy Star Records, right? Those are probably the 4 biggest American record labels for reggae, anyway. But we have some deals in different places. But we have our Welcome to Florida is a Controlled Substance Sound Labs record. We did a song. We did I think our Pop Punk Goes Reggae. No, that wasn't Law Records. That was Ineffable. I don't know if we've done anything with Law.
What do you say to, since you've sold, I don't know what you sold, but multiple record deals that you've done, what do you say to not the aspiring artists, but the artists that are out there already grinding to have numbers and are starting to get deals put on the table and things like that? What advice would you give them?
Oh, buddy, I got to be careful how I answer this, but I think you got to weigh the influence against the reality. So part of me, I'm a very DIY independent sort of guy. And so part of me says, don't ever take a record deal ever. And then another part of me says, you got to look at what you're trying to get into. So sometimes record companies are, I don't know, I think they can do different things. And I think we have had success in our band with record labels that we partnered with, like Controlled Substance Sound Labs and our Welcome to Florida records, one of the most successful ones we've ever had. We had a good partnership with them. I think we've had independent records do really well, and we've tried stuff with bigger groups that have done okay. And it's, I don't know. I don't really have good advice. I think you got to just look at what's going on for yourself and try to like, it's probably the stupidest, most obvious thing I could say, but make the best decision for yourself. Cause you're going to give something away. and just make sure it's worth something, you know?
Yeah.
And in the end, you never know. So you really never know. You could, I don't know. I don't know if anybody will take anything away from what I just rambled on about there, but just
No, that was good.
be careful, and do the best you can for yourself, you know?
Yeah, that was a great answer, because I think it is one of those things where it's a case by case basis. You know, it's like, what are you trying to achieve, and is it going to do that? You know, you may have to sell something, lose a part of something, but what are you gaining for that? Like you were saying, what is the
Trade-off.
What is the case? Yeah, what's the trade-off?
Yeah. And maybe one of the best things, depending on the way the labels are and how they work, and American reggae is very different that the world we're in than a lot of other genres and other stuff. But in the American reggae scene, especially, I think the record labels are sort of like also behave as like camps, maybe like they're kind of like cliques and groups. So like getting in there can be good for like touring opportunities, and like, you know, can be a really good thing, you know?
Now, which of those stringed instruments behind you is your favorite to play? Is it the tiny one at the top?
Ukulele?
That's my wife's ukulele. We're here. I can't really lift my laptop around.
Oh no, you don't have to. We can see it good. That's not. I just like
guitars in here. You know, funny enough, I was thinking about it. I was on a video call with somebody earlier today, and I was like, my laptop doesn't face all the cool shit in the room. But I don't know. I'm a guitar player, man. I'm a guitar player.
No, I like the way it's all set up, but this very small, tiny one, it goes big to small, and it's just an awesome background. I just like it.
My wife organizes everything, but I got all the guitars. There's just
Yeah.
I'm a lucky guy when it comes to the guitar world. But anyway,
Fresh, you want to play a song off of Welcome to Florida? Is there a song, Chris, that you like most off of that album?
I like them all, man. Did you have one that you guys picked? I can't even remember what's on it.
I mean, I Wanna is probably my favorite song.
Which one? But I want it.
I Wanna.
Okay, yeah.
They're all. I mean,
That's the one with Little Stranger, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good with any of them, obviously.
See how fast Fresh is.
Oh, look. My co-host is not even on the screen.
There he is.
That's amazing.
I didn't do anything. I'm way back here. I'm not even close to my computer.
While you queue up the song, do you guys mind if I just refresh my drink real quick and run back?
Oh, yeah, do
sure.
thing,
I'll
man.
be right back. Oh, yeah, and I'll tell you about this video and everything afterwards.
Man, look at the iPad Fresh has got to send.
I won't lie, I went to bed high last night.
Me too.
I'm not ashamed to say, come to think I was high all day. And I can get high when I wanna. Ooh, I wanna get high, spark the blunt up. And I can get high when I wanna. Ooh, I wanna get high, think I'm gonna. I wanna get high, but I'm a little bit tired tonight. Well, it's just me alone. If you're trying to get stoned, alright. So come empty your bag out on my counter. Let's break it up, see what it amounts to. Let's you and I go to bed high tonight. And I can get high when I wanna. Ooh, I wanna get high, spark the blunt up. And I can get high when I wanna. Ooh, I wanna get high. Think I'm gonna. I wanna get high.
Yeah. Oh, well, if that's your only request, then yes, I can confess I got you. I'm the genie in the bottle, you Christina did tomorrow. But tonight we gotta light it up and fade into the haze. Peter walk myself right over here next to this Mary Jane. Upside down, Spider-Man kissing onto your lips and brain. I can fight the feeling, I'm really gone insane. It's a shame. But you know I can't deny it. If you need a taste, baby, well you know I can supply it. Call me classic, heavy conifer, honorable evergreen, smoking loud clouds. Woo, up on the mezzanine, ultra magnanimous, classic heavy cannabis, super smoker for jazz cabbage, straight ravenous. So high, he speak only in third person. I know why you keep clinging to my verses. They're so fly up in the air, just like Virgin. A low rider with the top that's straight shirtless.
Come and be your bag out on my counter. Let's break it up, see what it amounts to. Let's you and I go to bed high tonight. And we can get high when we wanna. Ooh, I wanna get high, spark the planet. Yeah, I can get high when I wanna. Ooh, I wanna get high, think I'm gonna. Yeah, we can get high when I wanna. Ooh, I wanna get high, spark the planet. We can get high when I wanna. Ooh, I wanna get high, think I'm gonna.
Run it back. I'm rolling a blunt up. This is
I haven't watched that in a long time.
how
So
high
that-
were you? How high were you when y'all made that video?
I don't know. I don't know.
The answer is yes.
I need to watch. I haven't seen that in a long time. That's cool.
It's just great. Great to be here.
You said you had a story about that video?
It's a cool video. So we've used we have a really wonderful relationship with this video director. His name is Casey Pierce, and he did our first music video, and he's done almost all of our main major music videos, and that was one of those ones where we weren't going to have Kevin from Little Stranger like on scene to do it. And so Casey Pierce came up with this idea, and he mailed Kevin from Little Stranger an old school VHS handy cam and sent him instructions, and Kevin filmed his whole part, then mailed the handy cam back. And it was this mad dash to find the TV that could deal with like the RCA cables, you know,
Right.
like that TV that's in there, that staticky TV. And I think right before everything was about to go down, I think our bass player Fabian and his wife found it on the side of the street in the trash. And then Casey got here and plugged it in, and it worked. But like, yeah, they filmed a lot of stuff with this old handy cam. That's where that like distorted footage. Some of that's in Fabian, the bass player's house. Some of that is in all the shots with the old TV and stuff. That's in Logan. She used to live in my house as a mother-in-law cottage, like a guest house there for a while. So yeah. Anyway, that's an old video. A cool, very cool song, and of course I'm a Little Stranger fan, and
Yeah, I love Little Stranger.
yeah.
That was a great song. It's a great smoking song.
Thanks. Yeah, that one. It's kind of like
It's just got a great vibe.
yeah, it's a little like R&B. You know, I've been
So-
matching up all these songs, and you know what fits perfectly over it is I think it's Gin and Juice.
Oh yeah.
I could hear that. I could definitely hear that.
One thing that the reggae scene has and the rap scene has that I don't really see, and definitely not in rock, is the collabs with artists. I mean, your first album, well, is Welcome to Florida your first album?
Well, yeah, we had an EP before that, and called Time. And the Time EP, and you're correct though. Here's the Time album, right? And
Right.
that one had the Josh Heinrichs feature, and that's the first thing that really, yeah.
And then Welcome to Florida had at least four collabs on it, right?
Yeah, let me see.
4 or
Yeah,
5?
in our scene, the collaboration thing and the feature thing is a really big deal. People, we have 1, 2, 3. I guess we had 3.
3.
The Best, Little Stranger, and the Elevators.
And then the new one has none.
The new one has none, but maybe there's some secret stuff that's going to come out in the not too distant future.
Mm.
Mm.
I'll be keeping my eye out for that.
Yeah, the newest one, and that was a big bit of controversy because everybody in our scene, it really is such a big part of our scene, and the fans really love it, and it's such a big deal to them. And yeah, we didn't put any features on the first round, let's say.
But there's going to be some B-sides, singles.
Maybe.
Yeah, we got some stuff cooking that I'm pretty excited about that's going to come out this year that we've been working on.
Well,
we've
the
been lucky
last
too,
thing you released out was with Bumpin' Uglies, right?
What's that?
The last thing you released single-wise was with Bumpin' Uglies, though, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was Logan did the song with Brandon, Orange Crush.
Yes. Yeah, I've been listening to that this week a couple times for sure.
That's a fire song. I love Bumpin' Uglies. They're just some great friend of ours.
In all your touring and stuff, of all the bands you've played with and stuff, is there one that was like just totally starstruck, you couldn't believe?
I think a bunch of them. I'm trying to think. I think every band that we've toured with, that we've gotten to be a support, because we've gotten to go on a lot of really cool tours.
Yep, I know.
They all have their certain like things. So like, I'm trying to think. I've been starstruck the whole time. You know, listen, I grew up like, I graduated FAU in like 2005. So when I was like a college kid, it was like prime time for like Pepper and Jack Johnson, like surf companies and surf culture, and that whole thing was like huge. You know what I mean? So we've been on tour. We're like friends with like a lot of the bands that I was like really thought was like cool when I was really young. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it's crazy. We've gotten to play with so many cool people. I don't know. I think some of the things, I think in the reggae thing, we've gotten to play with like practically everybody. That's awesome. You know what I mean? And like at some point. So I think if I'm going to pick something that like really stunned me, we've done some stuff outside of the scene a little bit. That's more like, you're like, oh shit. Festivals are a little different because sometimes you do festivals and it's like, there's all these bands that are playing and you don't get to meet them or anything like that. But we did do a band with this rock band, Highly Suspect, a tour. Sorry. I don't know if you ever heard of Highly Suspect, but they're like an amazing, it's like real rock and roll, or like smashing guitars and like being rock stars. And they were really inspirational to us. It was out of pocket for us. It was like really nerve wracking a little bit. Like when the curtains would open, it was like this rock crowd and we're like this like female fronted, like American reggae rock band. I mean, we're not too, our music isn't like overtly like too reggae'd out, so I think it worked, but it was really cool. Yeah, I think that was one of my favorite ones.
There's some harder edge songs on the new album, though.
That was a Highly Suspect thing. I think if people didn't pull us off a ledge, we did this tour with that rock band, and we were like, rock kicks so much ass. We were like, this is awesome. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And, the last record we worked with this producer, Matt Keller, and I think he gave us the opportunity to do a couple heavier songs, and then also kind of talked us off a ledge from being like a fake wannabe rock band, and kept us like in a lane that I think works. But yes, but yeah, there's one or two heavier songs. We're definitely inspired by that time.
The Oh No song is fantastic. I think that's my favorite song on the album.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that's a what do you call, like a polarizing song. People love or hate. I like that song. I think it's very different.
Yeah, it was like totally different than everything else, but it sounded awesome and it worked, and definitely my favorite one on the album.
Yeah, it's an intense tune, man. It's intense lyrics. It's a real story and heavy stuff. I borrowed my wife likes heavy metal. And so I borrowed her. I got this one here. We threw this Ibanez. This is like a like metal dude guitar, and we put it in drop B, and we tried to be rock and rollers as best we could. Yeah.
So where's all the inspiration come from for your drive to be a reggae guitar player or in a reggae band playing guitar?
I think that I've wanted to do this my whole life since I was like 10 years old. And I was born in Maryland, but I grew up on the west coast of Florida. And I think my earliest exposure to reggae was Bob Marley. My parents had like a Bob Marley cassette tape. My parents were big Jimmy Buffett fans.
nice.
And I kind of grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s. So there was a big ska music moment back then that I was drawn to. And then I went to college over here on the East Coast and got exposed to some more of like the Jamaican artists and stuff like that. And I grew up with Sublime like anybody from my age did. And all that culminated and found me here. So I think it's I don't know. I just love it. I think I've been wanting to do music my whole life, but this is the scene I found myself in, and I really do love it.
Hell yeah,
It's a
awesome.
great scene.
Yeah.
You don't have too many reggae beef diss tracks going on. That's not. Yeah. Too many reggae.
And stuff. No, it's like no, it's pretty chill, man. Honestly, it's so cool because all the it's a very cool scene to be in. I'm very lucky. American reggae is like a very unique. If anybody doesn't know about it or isn't in it, and like I think from the fan side and the band side, it's a lucky place to be. If you want to be a band and you're trying to make it, like you can get into our world. It's so cool, man. People are so nice and so good to us, and the bands are cool with each other and supportive, and it's unbelievable, dude. Really.
Yeah, you probably don't have Diddy parties. That's the problem right now.
No, no.
Damn Diddy parties.
God, dude, no.
My goodness.
My Lord.
We can't let it. We can never forget.
Yeah.
Never
No,
forget.
no.
We have to make sure.
Well,
He never
I
lived
think
it
that
down.
that's the cue, guys. Very favorite part of the show. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Just give me off the top of your head. Think of 1, 2 sentences.
Okay.
So if you had to describe the style of your music as a weapon or a tool, which one would it be and why?
Oh, it's a weapon. Because we talk about it as such when we're in our little pre-show. You know, we like to imagine just absolutely fucking stuff up.
What's the weapon of choice?
Yeah, what weapon?
Oh, it's the music, man. Yeah.
The music's the weapon.
Do you have a go-to ritual or habit that helps you get in the zone before you guys record?
Before we record, I don't know that we're actually a very ritualistic band, and I'd say in general before we do anything big, we always come together and we do a little circle where we say something to each other. And it can actually be a little wild sometimes, the things we say. It's sort of like we really hype each other up by trying to say like the craziest shit. Sometimes it's inspirational and you say all this nice stuff to each other and it's mushy, but a lot of times it's like really you're just trying to say the most off the wall thing you can to get everybody fired up. Like, you know?
Yes, sir.
Every show ever, we do that.
Oh, that's cool. Have you ever created a song that you guys loved, but you chose not to release it? And if so, why?
Yeah, that happens all the time. You write a bunch of tunes and you got 5 people and a whole team of people that are trying to make the best decisions for you, and you pick the ones you're going to spend the money on, you know? And sometimes the song might make a comeback, you know? Might miss an album cycle and come back on the next one.
Absolutely. What's a lesson that you've learned about the industry that you wish you knew earlier in your career?
I wish I would have started earlier. I think I went to college, and I'm not telling anybody not to go to college, but my life has led me to my path, but I always wanted to do this. And I think that if I could have understood how the industry works at all, or if there was ever a framework when I was in high school that said, hey, you can make a go at this, and it's not just like an insane, like silly, stupid thing that some people do, I would have liked to start it right out of high school.
Cool. I almost don't want to ask you this, or maybe I'll ask you this one at the end. So, okay. If someone made a movie about your life, what would the theme song be?
Oh man, that's tough. That's a really tough one, dude. I don't know. Can I come back to it? Can I stew on that one for a little bit since we're in rapid fire? That's a hard one to answer right off the bat. I don't know if I have a theme song like that.
All right, cool. How does your approach to music reflect the way that you live your life outside of music?
I think they're probably the same. You know,
What would you say is the most surreal experience that you've had since becoming a musician that you never thought would happen?
well, like I said, I've gotten to play at events and with a lot of bands that when I was a kid I thought was really out of reach, and I've gotten to play some really cool places. I think maybe the most surreal place is Red Rocks, and maybe second to Red Rocks is the Ryman.
Where's that at?
The Ryman Amphitheater is in Nashville. It's the original Grand Ole Opry. It's in,
Oh, okay.
If you could work with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
That's another crazy one because it's just there's so many good people. I'll stick with the live just because and I'll stick in our genre. I really love if we're doing reggae, my favorite artist is Protege, and I would love to do a song with Protege.
That's my favorite reggae artist.
Oh, right on. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. What's I still want to ask you this at the end. Okay. So if somebody made a movie about your life, what would your theme song be?
I'm going to answer it by the end.
What's one genre or musical style that you'd love to experiment with in the future?
Well, we could talk about it if you want, but I've really been into country lately.
Well, that's why I wanted to ask you this one last. How are you seeing the crossover between the two?
Between reggae and country?
Yeah.
I think that there's probably I actually believe that there's a massive potential between reggae and country. I think the two genres are actually lifestyle-based genres that are very similar. If you think about the way people enjoy themselves and they kind of get at the same message maybe from a different place sometimes. And I think country reggae is going to be fucking huge. I think it already is. You guys listen to anyway, there's a bunch of people, but I'm a big Jimmy Buffett guy. And I just think there's a place where country and reggae really just and it's probably most people,
I know they play stick figure on country stations.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of guys out on boats right now off West Palm Beach, right by us, listening to stick figure and Morgan Wallen, and
I hear them go by all the time.
You know what I mean? So, because again, I think the music, and we can talk about that's this whole thing I have that I'm working on. But I think not only is the music actually more similar than people would think, but I think the lifestyle of the people that enjoy those musics is actually very similar.
Yeah, I can draw comparisons. I see a lot of similarities now that you're mentioning it. Like weed is more prevalent in reggae, but beer and Jack Daniels and all that, moonshine is more prevalent. But it's the same substance, not the same substance, but the same idea, the same substance of kicking back and relaxing and having a good time off of something.
With your friends.
Yeah, with your friends. Yeah.
And weed's big in country too. You can't.
It is.
Willie Nelson and all these people. I mean, my buddy. Do you guys know Andy Frasco? Andy Frasco is this big guy, and he's actually fucking nuts. He has an amazing podcast if you ever check him out. And but he had a weed song that he just. Oh my God, what's that big country artist Zach Brown? Just took this song that Andy Frasco wrote, a big weed song.
Okay, I do know who
Zach Brown and Snoop Dogg, right? Something like that. So yeah. Anyway, there's more weed in country than people think. I think but yeah, I think the partying aspect of it and the anyway.
Have a good time. Just
absolutely.
Yeah, I think hip hop needs to go back to that a little bit.
And hip hop, hip hop is also a very big part of the American reggae scene. Also, there's sort of a whole hip hop coalition with Little Stranger kind of leading the way, and some of these other artists that have come up underneath them that have really done well in American reggae. Jar, all these different guys.
Yeah, there was a good run back in the 90s. You were mentioning early 2090s of reggae rappers and stuff at that time.
Oh yeah, Sublime too had big hip
Yeah,
hop,
Sublime as well.
big
I was
hip hop influence.
What Sean Paul was early 2000s, and
Absolutely.
I can't remember that far back anymore.
If you've never seen it, there's like a behind the music about Sean Paul on YouTube. I think it's like
I haven't seen
or something. It's like unbelievable. You gotta check it out. It's unreal, his story and how he came to be Sean Paul. So cool.
Yeah. Oh, well, since we're talking about famous Jamaican rappers and stuff at this point, what do you think of this new one that Drewski has signed to Could Have Been Records? That's the red-haired guy, the white guys with red hair and dreads.
What's his
You
name?
talking about M. Dot?
Yeah, M. Dot.
Oh, M. Dot. Yeah. Hang on, let me see. I know who you're talking about. Hold on.
Do you
Turn red.
don't sing his lyrics.
You know,
Does
listen, man.
this guy count? Does he
guy-
count?
Dude's kind of tough, bro. I mean,
I was gonna say,
I'm not
bro.
gonna say anything bad. It's just
I
kinda
bump
tough.
it.
Yeah, reggae's funny like that, bro. Shit's, guy's got a mean
You're-
voice, bro.
You're
That's
mad
how
because when you
reggae-
fuck the pussy turn red.
Oh, God, yeah, that's pretty intense, but yeah, he's got that thick dancehall voice, a deep voice, and
That's his chorus, too. That's the chorus.
Yeah, but like, there's a market for that, brother.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
You need to have a different like.
Every strip
Um,
club's playing it. It's no bad.
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
I mean, dude's crushing it. You know,
Yeah. I just wonder if he
there's
counts.
always sort of a thing in reggae too, because reggae is like reggae is tough because it's like what do you call it? There's always a question of reggae authenticity, right? Because
Oh yeah,
everything gets kind of measured against like you're not like a real reggae artist or something. And I get it. So it starts to become like a cultural thing too sometimes.
Well, I mean, I'm from Toronto, bro. We got snow over here.
Yo, but you guys have tons of Jamaicans in Canada, man.
Yeah.
You know, I think the Sean Paul video I think it's like is it Shane?
Get busy.
I think Get Busy's in Toronto. It's in a basement party.
Yeah.
That's in that documentary. They talk about it. It's fucking sick. And they said they wanted to go. They purposely went to Toronto instead of Jamaica. This guy said it's like the most amazing quote. The music video director was like, or what did he say? He said they had a saying for like they called it like tourism music videos or something, where it's like Jamaican artists just on the beach like, doing reggae, and they were like, we wanted to go to Toronto and make a video that looked like a hip hop video. But yeah, anyway, I want to go to Toronto, bro. I want to go to Canada. I'm busy.
Come out.
I
Yeah.
don't think you do,
you're out
man.
here.
I don't think you do, man. Why did they choose Toronto for a hip hop video of all places?
No, because there's lots of Jamaicans, bro. There's huge Caribbean and Jamaican culture in Canada. There's
true.
so many Jamaicans in Canada, dude.
It's true. It's
big.
true.
It's
The
a real
roughest,
real
toughest
basis for it.
bomba clot.
They're
Yeah.
bobsledders, aspiring
My
bobsledders.
My goodness.
You got to watch the video, though. I'm telling you, I'm going to send you guys a link after we get off here. That it's so cool, his story and how his songs came about. Unreal. Anyway, what is it called? But you know what? I got to plug. All right, you guys gave me the opening, and I'm just sitting here drinking my gin and tonic, and I didn't do it. Check this out.
What you get?
I have a new project going on. I'm calling it Remix Island. I got super inspired by like top country. Okay, I was putting together a playlist for like a bar gigging band around town to make some extra money with some friends of mine, right? And so I was considering a playlist for just like your average person at like the bar here in South Florida, Tiki Bar. We're at Two Georges or whatever by the water. And so I started listening to like Spotify top 50 country, right? Now me, country music, I'm like a Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard. I'm like an outlaw country. I really do enjoy that. So I hadn't gotten into this much. And what I was doing is I was basically reggaifying a bunch of hit songs to put into this like gig band format to go and play like the songs at the place. And anyways, I started like hearing some of these songs and I was like, you know, this shit's kind of fire. So I have my first one. We're actually announcing the single tomorrow. I don't know if you know the singer Joey Harcum. He's from Annapolis, Maryland. He's sort of he's a part of the East Coast reggae scene. He tours a lot with Bumpin' Uglies and Tropidelic and all those guys. And so we did a reggae cover of I guess I can't really. When is this going to go? We're live right now. I can't.
We're
We're live right now.
We're doing a whole thing tomorrow where we're like not telling anybody what song we did. But we did a top.
So close.
We almost
So
got it. We
close.
almost got it.
I
Almost got it.
like, oh shit. But anyways, I'm really excited about it. But I'm doing a bunch of like reggae versions of country songs with friends of mine that are in the American reggae scene, and I think it's going to be a cool thing.
That's really dope.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to come out on the 30th of this month.
You almost heard it here, folks.
Well,
You'll hear it.
Almost.
you really did. You did hear something here first because we haven't told that. You know, tomorrow's the announce that we have a single coming out a week from tomorrow. So you guys got
A
it first.
pre-announcement.
Yeah, but I'm really excited about it.
You heard that you're gonna hear something. There you go.
Yeah, and I really do think there's a lot of crossover there. There's been a bunch of people doing it in our scene lately. You guys, you know, Aurora Wave. Do you know Nathan from Ayaterra?
I tell you.
Yeah, he did a project called Pop Punk Goes Reggae, and my band did. We did the Paramore song, "Misery Business" on that. That was cool. There's a guy in our scene, Cass Haley, that does country songs and does them reggae. The Pepper guys recently did a compilation where they did like 90s punk, 80s and 90s punk, kind of gone reggae, and it's actually been going on forever. Jamaica is a big reggae place and a big music place. So to a certain extent, every song ever gets turned reggae by somebody.
I had that punk goes reggae.
Like, they'll take it and turn it into a rhythm or something.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's basically a reggae version of like almost any song you could ever imagine. And anyways, I'm excited about it. I think we got a cool thing. I think you guys will like it. So if you follow Joey Harcum, or I have a new thing going, I'm calling it Remix Island. I'm just doing you know, it's not an artist page per se. I'm working with all these different singers and pairing them up with these songs. And I think that there's some great songwriting out of Nashville, and I want to drag Nashville and California a little closer together.
Yeah, that's a big gap to fill.
Yeah.
Two different worlds right there.
I put a little Venn diagram and I said California, Jamaica, and Nashville. And in the middle is what I'm trying to put together, because I think that's probably a nice sweet spot, you know?
Cool.
Hey, Nashville is the country music
Jamaica,
capital.
Nashville, and
California.
California. What does the middle of that look like? Weed,
That's my project.
Weed and more weed.
weed,
Weed.
blonde women, and
Weed.
weed.
It's Tennessee.
Yeah.
We got a lot of weed. I don't know.
I want to put together. I want to make a playlist for. I want to say everybody, but I'm just saying, like, I think that maybe Real Stash will understand what I'm saying. But I want people like hopping in there, like dope center console boat, piling up the inlet down here in South Florida, blasting some of my country reggae remixes while they're about to go fishing or party or something.
Hanging out on Peanut Island.
Exactly.
Everybody around there is listening to it, and it's on the biggest boat that's sitting there.
Yeah. And again, I can't stress it enough. I'm the biggest Jimmy Buffett fan. I have been forever, and I want to find Jimmy Buffett again, but in a different way. You know, I think there's a thing there, man. It's like Florida and party, and he was kind of a country artist at the same time. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy Buffett's from Alabama.
Yeah.
You know,
His default country is you can't say he's not a country artist when you're from Alabama.
yeah,
Then went to Key West, and then went to Palm Beach.
absolutely, yeah,
As country as it gets.
yep.
Yeah. So that they can find you everywhere. The Remix Island on all socials. Is it a website directly?
I've mostly got Instagram going right now and YouTube, and primarily what it is I'm producing songs for these artists. So you're gonna find this first song mostly through the lens of Joey Harcum.
Okay.
You know,
Awesome. You'll find out. You'll find out more tomorrow, folks.
And he's phenomenal too. If you haven't checked him out, he's a very, very cool artist in the scene. Really an Americana singer-songwriter that, again, the American reggae scene's kind of funny. It's this thing, it has a certain sound and a certain thing, but then there's like this weird thing where like they'll let like other people in, and then once you're in, it's just like, boom, it's weird. You could be a hip-hop singer. Joey Harkham's a straight up, he'll go on tours with his acoustic guitar singing Americana songs with like reggae bands, and like everybody just loves him.
That's amazing.
You know, it's crazy. So
Now we've went 50 minutes and this topic has not come up, and this is the first show that I think it's not come up. What do you? And you're a producer and an artist, so what do you think about AI and music right now?
you want to know something? I ahead of this, I like looked back at the email and I saw that you guys bring up AI music, and I hate AI everything. I'm a pull the plug. I'm a pull the plug on all of it, dude. And I know that, like, I will say, I think there's I think it depends on what AI is. I think there's a nuance. I think that I use some tools sometimes in my music production that are AI, that are, if you want to call it that, that are very beneficial. But I think AI music creation, like Suno, for example, I'm like, go cut the cable at the warehouse, dude. Like I'm so anti-AI. I work with a bunch of bands too, helping them with like music releases and stuff. And that urge is always there to be like, ChatGPT could write the copy for us. And I'm like, dude, write it yourself, or I'll write it. Like anyway, I'm like violently anti-AI.
Violently.
I'm like an old dude. I don't want it. I don't want it at all. I can't stand Google anymore. I don't want the AI Google search. I don't want it, dude. Like, I don't.
It is crazy, man. It is. I mean, it's a world that we just unfortunately got to live in now.
But there's a nuance to this thing. A lot of people don't, you know, I watched an interesting talk the other day with a mixing engineer, and he was like, oh, I was having this like kind of existential crisis. Like, my job's going to be gone, you know? And like, there have been AI tools in music for a long time, like Lander. Okay. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Right.
LANDR. Lander's like a music mastering tool.
Yeah.
It's been around for years.
Mm-hmm.
I remember using it years and years ago, AI mastering tools. So there are AI tools that are really useful in your DAW. I use Stem Splitter all the time when I'm doing my country reggae remixes. I drag the song in, and Logic has a fantastic AI Stem Splitter, and I use that so I can get the vocals and start building my thing. I think all that stuff is fine, right? But there's a line that gets crossed when you start getting into the Suno world, and you have people making completely fake Spotify profiles, and
Yeah.
the pictures are AI, the music is AI, and people are tricked. And it's happened to me twice, actually, in recent, like really recently. I've had two close friends send me something and be like, one of them was a country reggae project, and they were like, look at this, it's happening. And then I started like listening. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I went, and then you could just tell from the profile, and then the Instagram profile, it's like an AI like fake festival at a beach with like people jumping up, you know. And then I had a buddy a little bit ago text me a song, and he's like, is this like the type of music you play? And then I was like, oh man, fuck, this is an AI song, dude. Like, you know. And so anyway,
So there's a demand for it.
Riled up, bro. I'll go all night about how much I hate AI, dude. I don't know if anybody here if you guys are pro AI, it's cool too. I'm not, you know, it's whatever, but I'm not for it.
I'm just, it's not that I'm anti AI or pro AI. Like, I have a couple of stances on it. I think that in general, like, it's cool if it's a tool, you know, especially for people that don't have access to the money and stuff to be able to go to studios and have engineers and stuff. I think that's beautiful. But the other side of me is like, has been screaming this the whole time. Like, we're supposed to be getting the AI to do work so we can create, not the AI to create so that we can work for the man. Like, it seems ass backwards.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it, man. Like, you guys know Rick Rubin?
Yep.
Yeah.
If he has this cool video, I think it's on like maybe Amazon or something, where he's hanging out with Paul McCartney. Have you guys seen this? And they're like listening to all the Beatles songs, and they're like, and there's this moment where Paul McCartney talks about the beginning of I forget what song it is. It starts with this flute sound, and he's like, well, we played it on this keyboard, the Mellotron. right? And he's like, and it's really an interesting thing because he says, I remember at that time, so this is like an early synthesizer that could make flute sound. So imagine like Paul McCartney's still alive, right? You know what I mean? And we're like here talking about AI music, and he's talking about a keyboard that can make a flute sound, right? And they were like, whoa. And he was like, I remember thinking to myself that the musicians' unions were going to lose their fucking minds and this technology would be like squashed. And the recording studio we worked in had one, and we had the opportunity to play one, and we played the whatever it was, this flute line and whatever. And it's a Beatles song. It's, of course, like one of the biggest hit songs. So you kind of stop and you think about that, and you're like, wait a minute, all of us are in Logic, like, give me an oboe.
Yeah.
So like we had a guy who was like, I thought this was going to be this terrible thing that was going to take away all these people's jobs, and probably did. Right? Like you want strings on your band. We're putting out, Artikal Sound System is putting out a classical version of our EP in like 2 days.
Oh,
that
wow.
our keyboard player did, all with VST instruments, one real violin player. But the point is, like, it's actually not that dissimilar to this like AI argument. But one thing that is different is that AI, instead of like emulating a sound, and maybe that could take the violin player's job, it's like it can take everybody's job from top to bottom. And it's very good and it's very dangerous. And like, and Suno's fun. You plug in a funny song and you make funny lyrics and you laugh about it in the van with your friends, and it's like good. But then when you like step away from that and, you know, and you're like, wait a minute, we're flooding Spotify with like, who knows, you know, how many AI songs a day.
There's a song that's in my playlist, like it's in rotation. And like, I've now found out it's AI and I like it. It's staying in rotation. And this is the problem now. Is like, what am I gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? It's too late. I'm not like, because I'm not like a hard line stance on it, right? But like generally you can tell, and so I'm not gonna consume it, right? But that's what makes it like uncomfortable. Is it's getting to the point where eventually you're not gonna be able to tell, and it depends on the type of music, and you know what I mean, like. But
I think it's already
broken
there.
it down, yeah, for sure.
But
it's broken it down to math, right? Like, so.
Well, it's unreal, dude. And if anybody hasn't ever done it, like, it's funny because where I like it, where I think it's funny, again, like we've done it like riding around as a band, like somebody plugs in some stupid story we just had happen to us into Suno and have it make some like comedic parody song for us, and we all laugh. And I think it's actually really funny, and it's like, cool, that's funny, it's awesome. It just made us a song in 2 seconds about this funny thing that's happening to us. And so there's that. But you know, I think you put it the perfect way, Fresh. I think that it's like, I think that if we could use the things it could do as the tools to help us create, instead of, you got to fight the urge to be like, I have an idea, I want to let this other thing just do it for me. You know, that's I think where we can all use these tools, but like,
and I'm cool with concepting too, right? Like, so if you have like an idea and maybe you guys have made the beat and you don't have a singer right now, okay, cool. You know, you can concept with it. I think, again, like as a tool, it's cool.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Just it shouldn't be a whole entire person that doesn't exist.
It's not just one person, it's the whole squad, bro.
Well,
yeah.
Well, I'm saying, no matter if it's just one created character that they're using on Spotify, or if it's a whole band of created characters, that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be created characters. It should be real people if they're using AI instead of just an imaginary person.
I'm gonna say, dude, I got friends too that do all different disciplines, and like, you know, we had the writers' strike in Hollywood because there's the potential for all of that to be replaced by AI. And I just think any of us creative folks, like, you got to do whatever we can to fight against this technology, to be honest. And the main way to fight against it is just to create shit in real life, you know?
Yeah.
I hope that it's better. But we're all going to get tricked. I've been tricked, and then you listen closer and then you look into it and you're like, damn. And yeah, AI can make some fire shit, dude. Like, you know?
Yeah, we had it make a country song one time, me and Frame. We had to make a country song one time, and it gave us chills, bro. Like, it was so good that it gave us chills. And that was the point where we started getting uncomfortable with it. Because at that time, like we were fucking around with it. It was cool. It was fun. And then we just like, it was like Suno 4.5 had just come out or something. And we're like, fuck it. Let's just pay it. It's $20. Let's see what it is. And we paid for it and we got it to make the song. And it like, I don't know. It was incredible. Like it was incredible. Yeah. And it gave us
dangerous because it's dangerous because it's so good. Exactly. It wouldn't be dangerous if it wasn't good, you know?
Exactly.
So, but again, I think there's tools you can use and whatever, you know, but me, I'm kind of like I'm like a belligerent, like I don't want to update my iPhone kind of guy. So,
hey, I don't even have an iPhone. I stick with Android. Well, I can't say anything. No, mine's worse. I have a Google Pixel, so I sold my phone to the devil.
I don't care what it is. Man.
Pro Max, whatever the fuck.
I'm about to go back to a flip phone. That's all I'm like that, bro. I'm like,
I'm going back to
my band.
I'm
trying to find that clamshell phone from the video we played earlier.
No, I just want a beeper. Y'all just
hamburger.
The goofy phone. Never mind.
You said you guys are gonna play 2 songs. What's the other song you're gonna play?
Yeah, DJ Fresh.
Here, Stash. I got the video for NCB pulled up.
Oh, that's from your neck of the woods, Framework.
Awesome.
We filmed that in Tennessee and Nashville.
Nice.
Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.
Oh, come on now. There ain't that many 10s in Tennessee, to be honest.
Why is it doing that?
Hey, there we go.
My non-committal little bullshit. I'm sorry, baby. You know I love you.
Yeah, that's definitely
Awesome song.
Nashville.
Yeah. That's like 45 minutes outside of Nashville, I want
I
to
was
say.
gonna say. I bet you were in a smaller city outside, a little small town outside Nashville, seeing those houses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we rented
awesome.
the church for the day, brought in the motorcycle guy, did the runaway bride, you know?
That was a good video.
Thanks.
Very, very comical way to do it, and also I guess that song kind of leans towards more of the Nashville countryside too. It wasn't quite as reggae as like the Get High song was, I would say. You know,
Yeah, that one,
was a crossover.
that one, yeah, it's definitely like kind of like funk. It doesn't really have any of the reggae trappings, really.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
interesting. Liked it.
Yeah.
Y'all have great music.
Thank you. We got a little far out on the new record with some stuff and tried to push a little bit. You know?
Hey, that's the best way to do it. It's the only way that's fun.
But that was the same director, same music video director that did the previous video you showed.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
He came up with the idea for the video, or
Yeah. He's done, like I said, I think 4 of our videos, and usually the way it goes is we'll call him, we get on a couple calls and we talk, and then he writes out a whole plan. And yeah, he had the idea and booked the place, and we knew we were going to be on tour. He lives in Nashville, so that's one of the first music videos we've been. Actually, no, we did a music video with him in Nashville and in Texas, and yeah, he comes up with the plan and directs it, and amazing dude. This guy Casey Pierce, unreal.
Dope.
Yeah. I'm from East Tennessee, so those houses would have been a little bit more run down and blown up. That's from where I'm from.
I don't know what they thought of us. It was funny because we pulled up to this church we rented, and like they had to show the church right before to like somebody like looking at it for a wedding or something. You know, this little church. And we had the RV out front, like the generators ripping, and like they got a motorcycle like strapped to the back of a trailer, like getting ready to do this video. And I was like, this place has got to be like, what the hell is going on? You know, definitely a small area. I'm sure they noticed we were up to something. But
For sure.
You're all right. You'll be all right.
Yeah, no, it's cool, and I love Tennessee.
It's all right. It has its days.
as do all places.
Yeah, you guys got
you don't like Tennessee now, Frame?
When have I ever?
I don't know.
Tennessee's dope. Canada's dope. Florida's all right.
Florida's all right.
Florida's
I tell
fun.
people all the time, man. I'm very lucky. I get to travel a lot, and everywhere is dope, dude. Like it really is. You know.
If you look for the beauty, there's beauty everywhere.
I don't know, man. Indiana sucks. It sucks to drive through.
There are better places than others, but everywhere.
I got him. He faltered a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody hates
Driving
Indiana.
through sucks. You got to stop someplace and spend some time, and it'll be cool.
Where do you stop and spend time at in Indiana? Besides
cornfields.
porn
Side of the road.
stores.
Cornfields.
That's it. It's cornfields and porn stores. It's a weird place.
Jeepers Creepers, brother. Jeepers Creepers.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Cornfields and porn store.
I love ass. What can I say?
Right.
Oh man, Fish. That would have been a perfect time to end the episode right there, man. You screwed it up. That was perfect.
You guys got a tour getting ready to kick off here shortly?
Yes, we're going on tour in February. We have a headlining winter tour. Yeah, I'm stoked for it. We've been off the road for quite a bit. I've been home since about Thanksgiving, and we tour a lot, so we'll be doing it again.
Dope.
Are y'all getting this big winter snowstorm in Florida at all?
No.
No falling iguanas this week.
I'm about to be the coldest place in the world, boys.
Hey, congrats.
Yeah, I've seen it coming. It's like it's something, man. But
Maple
Better-
syrup's gonna be
Better
frozen.
you than us.
They said that the maple syrup freezing in the trees could make the trees explode.
yeah, that's what I was seeing. Yeah.
Man,
Death by maple syrup.
I hope that happens. You know how incredible that would be.
That would be.
Why do you hope that happens, man?
Did you not see Russia? They have like 50-foot snow towers right now and stuff. This is apocalyptic weather. If Russia's getting snowstorms and everywhere else is getting earthquakes,
And Canada's getting exploding trees, bro.
yes, exploding maple trees is incredible. That makes the best apocalyptic movie ending ever for Canada.
It's a perfect time for my band to go on tour. Winter touring, if I'm going to be honest, is fucking brutal.
Can you imagine those live shows of Canadians are just exploding all over the festival because of the trees are hitting them?
I imagine
This
it'll still be
fucking-
cold in February when we go.
Their little half heads will be flying everywhere. The little South.
My goodness, bro. The South Park reference. My goodness.
Yeah.
That's it. Frame's gone off the rails. Chris, thank you so much for
Wait,
coming
wait.
on. We really appreciate
Where
it.
can
What?
where can people find your merch at? Is there a specific website for the I Love the Ass t-shirts?
Oh,
and everything else
absolutely.
you got?
If you go to articlesoundsystem.com, right, you'll find anything you could ever need there. Our merch store is there. I'm your guy. We're a DIY band. I ship every piece of merch out of here.
I like on your website how you can buy a hotel night for you or a tank of gas.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I like that.
It's something we've done all along. And it's, again, I was telling you guys, we're in the luckiest music scene in the world. People are like really generous and really you guys are interviewing musicians all the time. It's fucking brutal. It's not, it's really a losing game most of the time. And some people hook us up, and it's awesome. Big
That's
deal for
dope.
us. Yeah.
So you have it on your website where people are able to like
Buy.
purchase a gallon of gas for you or something like that.
Yeah,
What you're saying?
Yeah, we break down. We have like a donation category that we break down. We have like a good night's rest. We have like, you can buy us a meal. We put gallons of gas that we kind of use as a tip. Although, when we set that up, we put a mile as 50 cents. I think things have changed financially for a mile at 50 cents, but whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'll tell you this, since you give me a chance to plug stuff on the way out here, we are doing the February tour. We're doing a headline tour. And one thing we are doing that's unique and cool, if anybody wants to check it out, is, we always do VIP meet and greets, and usually they're kind of a little pricey and it's a really private thing. And so what we're doing on this tour is actually we're going to do anybody with a ticket. We're doing a meet and greet right off the rip. As soon as you get into the venue, we're doing photos with everybody for pretty much from doors to the opening band. And we just wanted to do something. Times are tough for a lot of people all over the place. So we wanted to give everybody a chance to, and for us to meet everybody. Yeah, meet us and we meet you and then not make it such an expensive thing. So if you buy a February tour, you're going to get to meet us. As long as you line up early enough. We can't stay in there all night, but
Dope.
Yeah.
Where's
Chris,
where's the local gig at? There isn't one, is there?
No, not in February.
I didn't think so.
Local's tough. Maybe in April.
I'll keep my eyes open.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you guys for having me. You guys are dope.
Thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for joining us. Great interview.
Yeah, keep doing it. I'm choking over here. Keep doing it, fellas, man. It's awesome what you're doing. So
Appreciate you. Thanks.
all right,
guys.
Peace out.